The Lord be with you. Lord God, we thank you so much for the gift of athletics in our lives. We thank you for how you form us, how you mold us, how you use those hard days of practice, how you use our fun wins and our sad losses, how you use our teammates to develop brotherhood and sisterhood, how you use our coaches to inspire us and to mentor us. We thank you for every aspect of the athletic endeavor. May you use it always to grow us into the image of Christ. It's in his name we pray. Amen. Coach Geyer.
Good morning. Before we honor our spring sports teams, I'd like to apologize to 4 of the cheerleaders. It was brought to my attention that we only had one cheerleading photo in the yearbook rather than both of them. So I'd like to take a moment to have Linda, James, Olive, and Adriana please stand if you're here. Since you're not in the yearbook for cheerleading, we thought we would do something much better. So you have a plaque coming that's being overnighted, and it has your picture and the team photo on it, very similar to what we did for golf, so we will get those to you. I hope you had an opportunity to see our spring sports in action this season. We had many of our own shining moments this year. When I think of the spring, I think of our teams, our coaches, and the abundant number of group texts that I am involved in with each team. Baseball, Coach Davis, Coach Eason, Coach McHugh, they coached the team through a stellar season. What I remember even more than Rutger at bat and the pitching of Dawson and Will are the coaching moments. The long hours they spent during spring break, Saturday mornings, coaching these young men. Great job, coaches. In softball, I love the number of young women playing softball this year. They're definitely building a foundation for a great future. The shining moment I remember the most is leaving the game to head over to baseball when Annie Naughton hit a home run. In the last 2 years, every moment I leave is when they hit a home run, so I guess I shouldn't be going to softball games anymore. Lacrosse, what a fun and exciting season. Coach Skinner, he may be the only coach I have ever seen talk an official into totally changing his call during a game. Walt Warner. The game's going on, and there's Walt. He always walks over to me on the track while the game is going on, and he says, "Did you see that play, Becky? That was a good play." And golf, Coach Hamilton, Coach Palomo. Every time I ran into Coach Hamilton, once golf started, he talked and talked and talked my ear off about golf. He also kept a great play-by-play text going while the tournaments were happening. Some shining moments with golf. Jimmy tied for a playoff spot to go to regionals. Hundreds of people watching him, and the pressure that he handled involved in that and making it to regionals. Great job, Jimmy. Watching the Fab Five, our women's golf team, place second in district, win regionals, and place third in state. And Delaney Martin winning district, regionals, and second in state. Tennis. Congratulations to Coach Foreman and the doctor for bringing back the home district titles for men and women's tennis. The shining moment for me was listening to Coach Foreman and the doctor tally up the women's score after the boys had been awarded their championship trophy. The doctor said, "We've got this, Becky. Let's just take the photo now with the men's trophy before everyone leaves because we are winning this. They just don't know it yet." Track, Coach Tony, Coach Bowen, Coach Rab, Coach Flores. Congrats to Zach Perkins and Anna Ross representing us at the state track meet and bringing home medals. I I love how these coaches embrace the team and how the team embraced them. We appreciate their long hours while developing our student athletes. I laughed so much this year when Coach Tony thought he was smarter than the team, but they had set him up for a photo, and we may have a video sometime today, but they set him up for a group photo, and instead they threw a pie in his face. So hats off to a smart track and field team. Thank you. Next up, lacrosse.
I ask the high school lacrosse team to come to the front, please. While they're on their ways up, we want to thank a couple of special people in our program that have helped us on and off the field, especially our managers, our parent volunteers, and of course DC, making sure all these kids see as much field time as they possibly can. I also want to thank our coaching staff, Coach Warner, Coach Bauer, and Coach Elliott for all the hours they put in with this group. Hey, Kyle.
Hi.
How are you doing? This group was a phenomenal group to work with this year. We had a great season. We tasked them at the very beginning of the year to not only perform well in the field, but we put a lot of emphasis this year on making a culture change in our program. And I can't thank this group enough for the amount of work they put in on the field in an effort perspective and embracing their teammates as family. We had some great wins this year. We had huge upsets against some Division I opponents up in Austin, including Cedar Park and Westwood. And with this season, we actually had some great individual honors handed to a couple of these players. Ethan Austin, All-State Attack. Will Elms, All-State Midfield. Cam Lynch, All-State Defense. Warren Janak, All-District Faceoff.
Just taking a test.
Taking a test. Michael Blass, All-District Goalie.
Just testing.
Good testing. Grant Kale, All-District Defense. Cody Trevino, Honorable Mention Attack. And Daniel Espy, Honorable Mention Midfield. Good up there? Sorry, Cody, didn't see you up there. I'm sure. Thanks. I'd also like to thank our seniors for the years of dedication they've put into this program. Kyle Lynn, Frost, Patrick up there.
Feeps testing.
And Feeps testing. I forget anybody else.
Jacob.
Huh? Jacob Carter. Sorry. He's probably testing too. The amount of time they put in this program over the last 4 to 7 years has helped build this foundation. You're coming back, right?
For the alumni game?
No, never mind. We'll talk about it later. They have put a lot of work and effort into everything we've done this year, and I can't thank them enough. Going into next year, we have 3 captains, senior captains, that are going to help lead this program into a strong returning 2019 season. Will Elms, Warren Janak, and Grant Kale. Thank you, guys.
Are we done?
We done? Next up is tennis.
So the tennis team will make their way forward to the altar here. That'd be fantastic. Just want to first start off and say thanks to our managers, to DC, for always having water ready for us. Just also want to especially say thanks to Becky wherever she went. I don't know why exactly you trust Dr. Murillo and I to run the tennis program, but for whatever reason you do, and we're grateful for that. I just want to run through some highlights here of the tennis season. We had a fantastic time growing and learning and loving and playing playing tennis this year. But guys, we competed in about 5 dual matches this year. We didn't lose a single match on the boys or girls side. Christian Cuellar, he's right here in the fro right here. He's places first in the Floresville Invitational, beat a senior from San Antonio Holmes in a big win. Hattie Hill made it to the semifinals of the same tournament. Jorge Garcia and Christian are standing right here next to each other. Made it to the semifinals and finals respectively in the Kerrville Tybee Antler Open. Both girls, as Becky said earlier, both girls and boys teams won the TAPS 5A district title, first time since 2016. We're real proud of that. Hattie Hill and Bailey Dietzman won first in girls doubles at district. Alessa Polito, is Alessa here? No? Oh, you're right there. Alessa placed placed third in girls singles at district. Christian Cuellar and Jorge Garcia placed second and first respectively in boys singles at district. It was quite hilarious to watch them play. They were both in the finals playing each other. It was something to behold. Huey Wong and Georgie Velasco placed second in boys doubles at district. The TMI boys team who represented us at state, Huey Wong, Georgie Velasco, Christian Cuellar, and Jorge Garcia, they as a team placed third at state. And as far as I know, I'm kind of making this up, but it sounds really cool. This is the first time in history that 4 freshman boys at TMI qualify for the state tournament and place in the top 3 as a team. I think that's really exciting. It's really exciting, especially, you know, they're all 4 freshmen, and I think, and I hope, and I pray, and I suspect that maybe as a team or individually we'll bring home a state title with these 4 gentlemen. Special thanks to Hattie Hill and Bailey Dietzman for leading and organizing the team better than Doc and I could, and also for waking up early for morning practices. I also want to recognize Hattie's not feeling well today, but it should be noted that she was academic all-state, so give her a round of applause if you wouldn't mind. And certainly in that, last but not least, Bailey, if you'll go home and tell your mother this, but I don't think she's here, but a special shout out to Bailey's mother, who is always so generous and helpful of everyone on our team. She makes my job and Doc's job a lot easier, and I thank her for that. The future of TMI tennis looks bright, and thanks so much. All right. Next we have Mr. Tony.
Yes. All right, good morning, TMI. Can I have all the track participants stand up? And can I have Simon, Keith, JM, come over here, and Mustafa stand right here, please, in the front, right here. Just stand in front, right there. There you go. Face that way, please. Face that way. Where's Keith and Mo? Okay, don't worry, you're okay. All right, today I'm honored to stand in front of you representing some of the finest student athletes representing TMI. To be great, one must be dedicated with self-improvement and have the mindset with competing and not just completing. These athletes that stand amongst you embody this philosophy. And because of this, all of these participants reached numerous honors, awards, and personal best records, making this one of the most successful years ever. At this time, I want to recognize the achievements of 2 of our track elite athletes. Anna, Zach, please come up. Zach, come up. Zach Perkins, a sophomore and state competitor in the 200 and 100, who now holds the record for the school record for the 200 meters. He is recognized by TAPS as honorable mention in all state. There you go. And Anna Ross, a senior runner, 4-time state competitor, who holds the school record for the 800, 1600, and the 3200. Anna was named 2nd team All-State and academic All-State, and will continue her running career at the University of Texas, Austin. Turn around. I want to thank all my seniors for memorable moments and wish you good luck with your future endeavors. And finally, I could not do this alone. I want to give a special thanks to all my team managers and coaches, Ken Bowen, Garrett Flores, and Melanie Rabb. You guys rock. You are truly the best. I will turn it now over to softball and Chad Gooding. You guys can go sit down.
All right, softball team, come on up. As they all gather around, I'd like to express on behalf of Russ Hartman, the head coach, and myself, appreciation to Becky Geyer, Brandon Palomo, Chris Nelson, and of course DC for all of their support through the year. I'd also like to express our extreme appreciation to our managers, Grace, Jenny, and Hannah Garcia. Great job this year. With the nature of things, some seasons you were blessed with the notches of wins and columns, while others you were counted on by the lessons learned. This season we were able to see the character and never quit attitudes of these girls, and a lot of that had to do with the leadership from our seniors, whom we must say goodbye to. Ella Hirsch, Rachel Chang, and Hope Westerman. We are already planning for next year and excited about the outcomes. Without any further ado, all district first team was Annie Knotson. Annie's down here? I don't have anything for you. Just gonna name, am I supposed to have a plaque? Okay. The second team, all district, was Hope Westerman and Annie Masterson. And the honorable mentions were Montse Martinez and Allison Dickey. We do have 2 awards for the Academic All-State Softball, which is Annie Knotson and Hope Westerman. And Hope has her AP test. So thank you ladies very much for a great year, and we look forward to next year. Congratulations. And now baseball and Coach Pat Davis.
All right, if I get all the baseball players up here, please. All people in the program. As they're coming up, a special thanks to DP and all the work that she does. To everybody in the athletics department for the support and the opportunity that they give us to coach these players. To our parents, who are fantastic. We have unbelievable baseball parents. To our managers, John Chen and Bryce Christopherson. And then to Troy Eason and David McHugh, who I coach with, and it's so fun to coach with good friends, and it's a blast. And then lastly, to these players, I had a good friend and teammate in college who said, never miss the opportunity to tell people that you care about, that you love them. And I hope these guys know how much we love each and every one of them. It was a very good year for us. 17 wins was the most that this program has had in the past decade. Made playoffs again for the second year in a row. We are very, very close to becoming the kind of team that we want to be. We do have some TAPS honors to announce first. Starting with honorable mention, we had 3. Garrett Freiling, Alec Bassett, and Anish Padala were all honorable mention. Second team all district goes to Trace Cantu, Kyle Meister, and Zach Atkinson. And then first team all district awarded, and again this is voted by the opposing coaches, and all of our guys did a great job. Dawson Dolnick, Will Karsten, Trey Rucker, and Nick Profit all received first team. We also had an academic all-state recipient in Dawson Dolnig. So congratulations, Dawson. I'm as surprised as you. Moving on here, I want to especially thank the seniors. We had 3 of them, Dawson Dolnig, Garrett Freiling, and Alec Bassett. They are tremendous human beings. They did an incredible job of leadership. Alec Bassett will receive an additional award this year. We have 3 core principles in our program. We say that the 3 things you need are humility, toughness, and attention to detail. And nobody has ever done that better than Alec Bassett. And Alec Bassett will be the first recipient and the namesake of the Team 3 award. He wears number 3, and each year we'll give that award out to the person who best exhibits the traits that we want from our baseball players. And Alec Bassett, we couldn't be more appreciative of everything that you do, and I know this community feels the same way. Yeah, it's a big deal. We have 7 of basically 10 starters returning next year, are set to return, or the opportunity to. We hope to keep this team together, and we think it's going to get to a tremendous place. We're going to finish, I believe, with a very quick 2-minute video put together by Kyle Meister. Yes, sir. Anytime Kyle does something positive and good, we try to support it to try to keep that going. So we're going to go ahead and look here at hopefully a video, not a dry eye in the room after this one. Kyle, I swear to God, if you didn't do it right. Yeah, you can sit down. All right, good job. And next up is golf with Coach Clive Hamilton.
Good morning. One of the problems with golf is it's really difficult to honor our seniors because we can't do a senior night because it's all dark and we'd have very few spectators miles away where we go to play. So we're doing our senior award tonight to recognize our seniors. So the first person I'd like to call up is Amy Zhang. And she's going to be presented by Kelly and Delaney Martin, if they would come up with her. I'm doing this part first, yeah. Amy has played high school golf for 2 years at TMI. Her hobbies include Netflix, music, and hanging out with her great buddies. Her favorite golf memory was riding with teammates in carts, practicing before regionals and state, when not having to walk the course, and she enjoys making jokes with her teammates. Her most valuable lesson from golf is that your biggest enemy is yourself. So you need to overcome your own fears and insecurities in order to achieve great things. And she'll be attending UT Austin after graduation. So, Amy Zhang. Haley Rodriguez is also a senior who's graduating. She's going to be presented by her mom, Clara Rodriguez. Haley? Haley has also played varsity golf for 2 years. She enjoys playing with her dog and my dog. Again, hanging out with family and friends is something she values. Her favorite memory is playing practice rounds with her teammates and playing extremely slowly. I didn't hear that. Her most valuable lessons she learned from golf are to be patient and positive, but still competitive. It also taught Haley how to set goals for herself. She will be attending St. Mary's University in the fall. So Haley Rodriguez. Keel Fogel is next up, presented by his mom, Rhonda. Keel has played golf for a year. He enjoys drawing, painting, watching Netflix, Hulu. His favorite memory was one time practicing with Haley at Cedar Creek and seeing some wild turkeys. Haley started making wild turkey noises. They ran away, and Haley ran after them, proceeding to make wild turkey noises. Golf has taught Keel the benefit of self-reliance, and he'll be attending Southwest School of Art in the fall. Keel Fogel. Last but not least, Rebecca Ruiz, presented by her mom and dad. Rebecca has played varsity golf for 3 years, 2 of which were at TMI. In her spare time, she enjoys drawing, painting, playing the piano, spending time with her family, hanging out with friends, and traveling to her hometown of Oaxaca. Did I pronounce that correctly? Oaxaca. Her favorite golf memory this year was from district, where she laid up short of a water hazard on a difficult hole. When she got her rangefinder up to look at the hole, she saw her parents behind the flag. And due to this and the lie being very difficult, she ended up putting her shot into the pond twice, resulting in an 8 for the hole. Her most important lesson from golf is that you're on your own and you are responsible for the decisions you make. It's important that one bad shot should not affect how you approach your next. Rebecca is intending to take a gap year in 2018-19 and will be in South Korea for 6 months as an intern at the UN. She also hopes to attend golf camps while in South Korea. So that's Rebecca Ruiz. I'd now like to ask for all of the varsity golfers to come up front, please. As always, we had a kind of mixed season, but there's some great performances of note. First up, I'd like to talk about our women's team, who managed to repeat their exploits of 2017-18 season. In particular, our team placed second in district, first in regionals, and third in the state competition. Delaney Martin placed first in district and regionals, and at regionals she actually scored a school record of 70. She finished second in the state competition, having led after the first day. And indeed, she averaged 76 for the season, placed in 7 tournaments that we played, she placed first in 5 and second in 2, which is outstanding. In addition, she gets the All-State Award for finishing third. Second. Third was last year, second this year. I'd just like to mention the fact that Rebecca Ruiz finished first in one tournament and third in another, so it wasn't just Delaney winning stuff. We make sure we share it around. I've got some other awards here which they landed in my lap today, and they're fantastic. Firstly, Kelly Jung, who's a junior, she managed to improve her average by 10 strokes this year, which is pretty outstanding. And she is academic All-State. In addition, we have another academic All-State, Amy Zhang. On to our men's team. We struggled a little. We had relative lack of experience. However, 2 of our guys did pretty well this year. Sebastian Torres and Michael Lejeune proved that they can regularly shoot in the 80s. Michael became our first golfer to qualify for regionals as a medalist on his own since Cole Solis in 2014. And both Michael and Sebastian showed growth as golfers, and we can look forward to further progress next year. I'd like to thank Coach Palomo, who's not here today, but he has been invaluable in helping me this year. Cliff Bounds, who works with all of our golfers. I'd like to thank Lisa Lejeune for acting as a chaperone on the regional trip. I'd like to thank Rob Rodriguez for providing countless breakfasts, all of the parents for providing snacks at regional and state tournaments, and finally, I would like to thank the parents of the girls for making my 60th birthday at state a memorable occasion. So please applaud our Varsity Golfers 2018.
The athletic department is proud this morning to announce their Elite 8 award recipients for the 2000-2018 school year. This award is given to a graduating senior who, in his or her time, has earned at least 8 varsity monograms. It's the highest award bestowed upon a TMI student athlete. This year we have 11 student athletes. Our first recipient received 8 letters, 4 years in football and 4 years in track and field, and he's none other than Ricky Knight. AP. Our next recipient received 8 letters also, 4 years in track, 3 years in football, and 1 year in lacrosse, and that is John Michael Lopez. Our next recipient, 8 letters also, 4 years in volleyball, 3 years in swimming, 1 year in track and field, Mary McCaffrey. Our next recipient, 8 letters, 4 years in soccer, 3 years in track and field, and 1 year in cross country, Eloise Owen. Our next recipient, 8 letters, and she wasn't here her junior year. 3 years in volleyball, 3 years in soccer, and 2 years in track and field, Maria Peralta. Our next recipient, 8 letters, 4 years in fall cheerleading, 2 years in basketball, and 2 years in winter cheerleading, Caroline Peterson. Our next recipient, 8 letters, 4 years in fall cheerleading, 4 years in winter cheerleading, Brittany Schur. Finally, 9 letters, 4 years in fall cheerleading, 4 years in winter cheerleading, and 1 year in track and field, Kayla Wisnowski. 10 letters, 4 years in cross country, 4 years of swimming, 2 years of track and field, Robbie Devlin. 10 letters also, 4 years of soccer, 2 years of track and field, 2 years of fall cheerleading, 2 years of winter cheerleading, Olive Stevens. And the recipient with the most letters this year, 12 letters, 4 years of cross country, 4 years of swimming, and 4 years of track and field, Anna Ross.
Just a quick announcement for some of y'all that don't know me, Coach Polo, I'm the head football coach here, and just wanted to mention about our summer workouts, guys. If you plan on playing next year, whether you're an incoming freshman or you're all the way through our going to be seniors, we have our workouts 4 days a week, 2 hours a day. No matter what level of football you're at, I had a young man come up to me the other day and say, Coach, I'd like to play, but I've never played before, and it's going to be my senior year. You know, if y'all knew everything about football, we wouldn't have jobs as coaches, okay? Our job is to coach you no matter what level you're at. So feel free to come out, have fun with us throughout the entire summer, and if it's something that you think you can do, you know, we'll add you to the team when fall comes. But I look forward to seeing all y'all, and hopefully we have a great senior year for these big, we have 18 seniors coming up for next year, so we got to send them out right. Okay? Appreciate it.
All right, I'm about to dismiss y'all in a second. We're going to keep ninth graders here, right?